Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Another Wednesday is upon us, and by the power of the Teddy Roosevelt Zebra Relic, we're going back to the 1800s, and we're going to be looking for another one of our one hit per box. Need a cut signature. I would love a cut signature. This stuff is... It was so much fun. The cards look great. Some nice, beautiful designs. And then we've got... the 4 3-card packs, and the 1 bonus 2-card Christmas pack, which was a lot of fun. Wasn't quite sure what it was going to be, but I like that. There's the Christmas pack. We'll go there. And we go in, and let's see if we can, once again, torment the commish by hiding the hit. Looks like we may have done so. And again, I'm actually going to pay attention to, ooh, that's a Christmas thing in there. Interesting. But we've got... All right, let us get in. Alicia Graves, Otis. Elevators for skyscrapers. Ah, yes, the Otis elevator. Developed the safety... Oh, and here you go. This is short print run of $2.99. Developed the safety elevator in 1853, which revolutionized vertical transportation and made skyscrapers practical. He had begun his career as an operator of a grist mill, sawmill, and carriage works. Then he worked for a bed frame, okay, that was handy, factory which needed a safer hoist to lift heavy equipment. To meet this need, Otis invented the safety elevator, which stops automatically if a cable breaks. Having been in an elevator when that happened, thankfully it works. In 1853, he founded the Otis Elevator Company. In 1854, he demonstrated his invention at the New York World's Fair, dramatically cutting the elevator's hoisting cable while he was inside to demonstrate how his safety brake worked. In 1857, he installed the first safety elevator for passenger service at the 5-story E.V. Hawat building, not sure how that's pronounced, in New York City in 1857. Otis's safety elevator had a profound impact on building design and construction, enabling architects to design taller structures with many floors. Very, very true. This stuff is great. This stuff is great. Abner Doubleday, the man who didn't invent baseball, we saw him last time, and that is another print run of $2.99. Just, I love the design, and again, another shout out to the still sorely missed Lisa Z, because she was also a huge fan of history, and the shiny as well, so hopefully you're enjoying this, Lisa. And then Christmas in the 1800s. What in the world is this? What is this? A Christmas wreath? Well, it's out of 50, so this might be our... Well, I don't think it's a hit, but... The wreath, a circular arrangement of evergreen foliage symbolizing eternity and the unending cycle of life, first made its debut as a decoration for Yule, a pagan holiday celebrating the winter solstice and the rebirth of the sun. As the Yule holiday was incorporated into the celebration of Christmas, the Yule wreath became the Christmas wreath. Oh, cool. A circular arrangement of evergreen foliage symbolizing everlasting life brought through Jesus, the circular shape representing God with no beginning and no end. Excuse me. Wreaths are a practical decoration. They can be made from the leftovers created by pruning Christmas trees into a triangle shape representing the Trinity, and or to fit a room. In the 19th century, wreaths were elaborate, made with all types of evergreen foliage, including holly, ivy, and yew. Really? They would be decorated with fruit, pine cones, tinsel, homemade paper ornaments, and tatted or crocheted stars with stars and snowflakes tied on with ribbons. The tree gave birth to the wreath. The wreath was born out of not throwing things away. Ace Collins. That's why we love these sets. We just got some Christmas history. How very oddly random, but how very incredibly fun, if I do say so myself. Okay, the hit is not in this one, so this is safe to continue on with. There we go. The birth of Babe Ruth, the great Bambino. That is cool. And actually, I think the print run of $2.99 might be the base. The birth of George Herman Babe Ruth Jr. in 1895 brought a legend into the world. One of the greatest players in the history of the sport, captivating fans with his exceptional hitting prowess and charismatic personality. Ruth's remarkable slugging percentage, a statistic that measures a player's ability to hit for power, was unparalleled in his era. That's very true. His ability to consistently hit for both power and average set him apart from his contemporaries and earned him a reputation as one of the most dominant offensive players in baseball history. He began his career at St. Mary's Reformatory under the tutelage of brother Matthias Boutelier. I think Boutelier, not sure. Ruth signed with the Baltimore Orioles in early 1914 and by July had been sold to the Boston Red Sox. In 1920, the Home Run King signed with the New York Yankees and led them to multiple World Series championships. Beyond his on-field achievement, Babe Ruth's larger-than-life persona, charitable work, and enduring popularity allowed him to transcend the world of sports to become a symbol of American grit, determination, and success. I love these. I am loving these. Ooh! Awesome. We did not get Annie Oakley last time. 1860 to 1926 born Phoebe Ann Mosey was an American sharpshooter who was better than most men at the time. Yes, she was. And actually, I think if you look, there might be some footage of her, some old ancient silent film of her on YouTube. I've seen it. It's amazing. She began shooting by age 7 in order to hunt and provide for her family by selling game to hotels in her area. At 15 years old, she bested Frank E. Butler in a shooting contest and in an ironic twist, married him a year later in 1876. In 1885, they joined Buffalo Bill's Wild West show, one of the most famous shows in the Wild West. Were there others? Actually, now that they mention that. Audiences were surprised and astounded to see her shooting a cigar from her husband's hand or splitting a playing card flying in the air. She became an international star, performing for dignitaries around the world. Was the second biggest money earner for the Wild West show, behind only Buffalo Bill himself. In 1894, okay, this is exactly what I'm talking about. She appeared in Thomas Edison's kinetoscope film Little Sure Shot. I'm fairly certain you can see it on YouTube. I love stuff like that that's still around. Since her death, her story has been adapted for stage musicals and films, including Annie Get Your Gun, the story of the sharpshooter who rose to fame while dealing with her love and rival. In real life, Annie and Frank were happily married for 44 years. When Annie died, heartbroken Frank followed her to the grave 18 days later. That I did not know. That is really cool. We've got something here. How in the world do you... Eliphalet? I actually don't know how that's pronounced. Remington, but I know that name. The rolling block rifle, and this is a different finish, so this is a short print, 99. Okay, I think $2.99 are the base, so let's do that. I really don't know how that name is pronounced. If somebody in the comments knows, please let me know. Was the founder of Remington Arms Company, the manufacturer of the Remington rolling block rifle. A rolling block mechanism is a single-shot firearm action where the breech, the space for the cartridge, seals with a breech block that rotates on a pin and is shaped like a section of a circle. At the moment of firing, the breech lock locks into place with the hammer and prevents the cartridge from moving backward. Very handy. To reload, the shooter cracks the hammer to rotate the breech block open and open the breech. Leonard Geiger invented the rolling block action during the Civil War and patented it in 1863. He licensed the patent to Remington, who had the design re-engineered by Joseph Ryder in 1865 as the Remington system. The Remington rolling block rifle was one of the most successful single-shot weapons ever developed. This is true. Its action was strong, simple, and very reliable, not prone to get jammed by debris or rough handling. The rolling block became the most popular rifle of the 19th century, the preferred rifle of buffalo hunters and more than half the world's armies. The rifle was produced from the late 1860s through the end of World War I. That name is really starting to bug me. Pause 1 second, please. Sorry, it's a lot of talking. Needed to get a drink. Pack number 3. We'll find the hit. We'll delay the hit. And then we'll open the Christmas pack just to torment the commish. Pack number 3, here we go. We've got Philip Armour. Everything but the squeal. Okay. Ooh. And this is numbered 3 of 25. Was this? No, that was just a print run of 99. We got a 3 of 20, number 3 of 25. Philip Danforth Armour. Founded Armour and Company, revolutionized meat processing and distribution in the U.S. and played a pivotal role in making Chicago the meat packing capital of the world. If you've ever read Upton Sinclair's The Jungle, that is all I will say about that. His meat career, I can only wish one day. His meat career started with $8,000 he made in the California Gold Rush. Then he made millions selling meat to the Union Army during the Civil War. His business was innovative because he used a disassembly line method to slaughter and can hogs. He systematically utilized waste products, boasting that he made use of everything but the squeal. As the Civil War came to an end, there you go. He made a windfall by selling pork contracts at inflated war prices. Upton Sinclair's muckraking novel, The Jungle, documented some of the less savory aspects of Armour's business. Armour established the Armour Institute of Technology, now part of the Illinois Institute of Technology, and was worth at least $50 million at the time of his death in 1901, which is a lot, I would say. We got Samuel Morse invented the telegraph. This looks like another different finish. Nope, this is the base. 1791 to 1872. Was an established portrait painter. That I did not know, before he began working on telegraph signaling in the 1830s. Morse's portraits included John Adams, James Monroe, the Marquis de Lafayette, and his early masterpiece, Dying Hercules. I really did not know that. Then Morse invented the telegraph and Morse code, revolutionizing communication and laying groundwork for modern telecommunications. Received the patent in 1847. Morse was able to solve the loss of signal issues by adding relays, making commercial telegraphy viable. Also the co-developer of his namesake Morse code in 1837. Morse code is still used today by radio operators in emergencies and in special situations. During a television appearance in 1966, North Korea POW Jeremiah Denton blinked torture in Morse code, confirming for U.S. intelligence that American POWs were being tortured. I think I remember seeing that, or at least hearing about it. The final card in this pack, The Birth of Al Capone. That's a cool card. Good old Scarface. You know, what was it? He really hated that nickname, which is very odd because it's actually quite a good nickname. The birth in 1899 was the start of the life of America's most notorious American gangster, a bit redundant, who rose to infamy in the Roaring Twenties wearing a pinstripe suit and tilted fedora. He ruled an empire of crime, the Chicago outfit, overseeing hundreds of brothels, speakeasies, and roadhouses that featured gambling, prostitution, and illegal alcohol. Accompanied by bootlegging, bribery, drug trafficking, robbery, protection, quote-unquote, and murder. He was nicknamed Scarface during an altercation in New York City. Yep, see, like I said, he never liked that name. I'm just a little ahead of the card. On his arrival in Chicago in 1925, he cultivated an image of himself in the media that made him a subject of fascination, a modern-day Robin Hood. Not really. By 1929, he had a net worth of more than $40 million, $550 million today. However, the St. Valentine's Day Massacre, which included the murder of 7 rival gangsters and his association with over 700 murders, led the newspapers dubbing him public enemy number 1. The government's Eliot Ness and the Untouchables took him down. In 1932, Al Capone was found guilty of income tax evasion and sent to prison. 1939, he was released from Alcatraz, suffering from the ravages of syphilis. He died a blubbering invalid cared for by his wife at his home in Florida. That's the interesting thing, especially about Capone. It's like, it was the IRS that brought him down, not the FBI, ironically. Those are the ones you gotta watch. All right. Maybe the Christmas thing was the hit. That's interesting. Aw. I can't torment the commish. Yeah, that Christmas thing may have been the hit. I'll have to check and see what that was when I'm done with the video. We've got Otis again. We just saw him, but this is a numbered 25 of 25. We will take that 100%. We got Cyrus McCormick invented the mechanical reaper. Ooh, here we go. And a print run of 99. 1809 to 1884, developed a practical mechanical reaper, a horse-drawn machine that harvests wheat and other grains more efficiently than people. This invention revolutionized agriculture by significantly increasing productivity, allowing farmers to increase their yield and farm larger areas of land. He founded the McCormick Harvesting Company after he received the patent for his horse-drawn reaper in 1834. However, there were disputes and legal battles over the originality and uniqueness of his invention compared to other reaper designs. Sales of his reaper were slow until the early 1840s when he improved on his design. In 1845, Cyrus and his brother Leander, that's a great name too, moved to Chicago where they established a factory to build their machines. By 1856, the McCormicks were producing over 4,000 reapers per year. That's the good thing about this stuff. You're going to get a mix of all kinds of history. And we've got the base of Philip armor that we saw not that long ago. I really think that might be the hit. I'm going to have to check and see just what in the world that is. But we've got our Christmas bonus pack to end it all off. There we go. We've got Annie Oakley, Little Sure Shot. We saw her before? Yes, we did. And this is number 59 of 64 for the Christmas pack. I like the idea of the Christmas pack. That makes me happy. Actually, this makes me happy too. We got the Christmas trees with Birth of Al Capone, numbered 11 of 32. We will absolutely take that. And I'm going to pause 1 second. I'm going to take a look and see if the box tells me anything about that. Why, as luck would have it, the box tells us exactly what that is. So we have our wreath. There we go, which I absolutely love. That is a beautiful card. It is a out of 50 print run. Very nice chrome. And as you can see right there, that is the Christmas Optichrome 1 in 12 packs. There were only four packs in here, so odds busted once again. Although the Teddy Roosevelt still reigning supreme at the 1 in 28. Which is weird. We've pulled 1 in 28, 1 in 12. Haven't got the the more common one. There we go. The 1 in 9 pack. That's all right. We've got 2 more boxes of this stuff. Probably more to come. This stuff is just a ton of fun. I hope you enjoyed it because I absolutely did. So thank you so much for joining, and we will see you next time.